Gather around. It's time for the show to begin. Ladies and gentlemen, this is...
Hey everyone, my name is Jason.
Hi friends, it's Desiree Josen.
All right, there were so many matches this year that were just too much.
So this won't be a shocker because we've had a handful of really awesome matches that we just can't stop talking about.
How many times have these guys fought? Like it's been quite a bit.
I've been saying this all year. They're just so great to watch. We saw the heel turn coming, and then when it happened, nice and bloody, both dramatic and beautiful.
You are now entering the ring with Chutes and Ladders podcast. Here are your hosts, Desiree and Jason.
Chutes and Ladders, AEW 2025 End of Year Awards. What's going on, everyone? My name is Jason.
Hi friends, it's Desiree Josen.
We're closing out 2025, a year defined by elite athleticism, emotional storytelling, breakout stars becoming main eventers, and crowds that reminded us why this company feels different. Des, what are your initial thoughts?
Well, this was a pretty damn good year, especially when it came to their pay-per-views and some really good quality matches and storytelling. So, I'm not going to lie, I had a hard time answering some of this and trying not to be a repeat offender with our past episodes and even last year. So, I'm curious to see if we're on the same page.
Yeah, this is going to be, it's going to be interesting to see how much different our lists are. Like always, we didn't see each other's list. So that being said, our first award is going to be Best Tag Team. Des, we're starting off with one of the cornerstones of AEW. Who wins it for you?
Okay, I think this one we might actually have matching ones. I'm going with it was just a random one, but it made sense to me for this year just because I feel like the tag team division wasn't as strong this year, but it was Brodito. So I picked, Bandito and Brody King. These were two that I personally didn't think would match well together just because of their type and how they look and their characters, but it made complete sense when they got in the ring and they held the tag team titles for a little bit. They were fun to watch. They put on some really awesome matches. And I feel like they brought a little bit of light to the tag team division this year.
Okay, this is funny. This is the one award I thought we were going to have the same. I actually had FTR.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they were my second choice.
okay, fair enough. I was going to say, yeah, just because, listen, I just thought they were so much fun. The other thing, too, is I don't think they've really had a bad match.
No.
If you think about it, anyone they kind of go up against, they kind of match whatever they're doing. So, I just thought that, again, they have a lot of old school excellence, honestly, like I said, they didn't have a bad match, and that holds a lot of weight when I was going through all these awards, though.
Yeah, they're vets, so they know exactly what they're doing, but I love them as heels. Bad boys. They are so good.
All right. This is going to be super tough, but we're going best male athlete. Des, there's a lot of wrestlers that we could have chosen from. I'm curious to hear who you actually had taking this award.
I was being dragged by the struggle bus on this one, just because there was a handful of guys that I could have chosen, and that's not a bad thing to have. So, props to you, AEW, for the talent that you have. But I'm just going with my male star of the year, and that is Hangman Adam Page. Just because he's been working his ass off. He's a workhorse for the past couple of years for AEW. And I was actually watching some old, from 3 or 4 years ago, some old matches with from them, and Hangman was hanging in the background, just trying to do his best and, get himself to the top. And this year, it was his year. And he worked his damn ass off to get that title. So I'm going with Hangman.
Yes, and I'm going Hangman as well. So, yeah, we are on the same page on this. I was very close to putting my boy Will Ospreay. But obviously, very close. But look, and this isn't his fault. Obviously, he suffered that injury, so that definitely... again, he was out for a little bit, but most importantly, Hangman, like you said, ends up winning the title. he, got it off of Mox, which is something that we wanted to happen. And even when he lost the title, that was still a great match. And again, I think he's going to be in the main event picture for the foreseeable future. So I think Hangman's basically kind of carrying AEW right now. So,
I love him.
All right, female athlete of the year. I don't think this. I think we both are on the same page of this. It's going to be hard to unseat this particular wrestler for the foreseeable future as long as she's in AEW. But I hope I didn't spoil the surprise. But who do you have, Des?
Hey, what if I said it was Mercedes Moné?
Whoa!
No, I'm kidding. It's not. No, it's Toni Storm.
Yeah, too easy.
I mean, I rolled my eyes as soon as I saw it, and I just skipped it. I kept it blank because I was like, we know who this is, and I think we said her last year too. And I mean, it feels like years ago. It feels like such a long time that Toni and Mariah May had their feud and their really awesome match. But yeah, just the evolution of her character. Even though Mariah May left to go be Blake at NXT, she carried on the timeless Toni persona, and now it just has completely blown up the women's division. Her promos are ridiculous. They are so filthy, and I love it. And I think she is the star of AEW. She is AEW. So yeah, hands down, Toni Storm, the perfection.
Yeah, everything you just said. This was too easy. To be honest, just to have a little bit more fun, I was thinking about who would be runner-up. I actually had Nightingale as runner-up, and because I think she's kind of an up-and-coming. I think she's here. But that being said, I think Toni Storm is still head and shoulders better than everyone else.
I was going with maybe Chris.
Statlander, again, that's a good choice as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's Toni. 2 years in a row. Congratulations. Okay. This is where I struggle the most, because we're going to do Breakthrough Athlete of the Year, and this one was really, really tough. I was very curious I was like, wait, what is Des going to pick? Des, let's hear it.
This one, I felt very confident in. As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, I think I know. And I'm going with Kyle Fletcher. Just because he just has blown up this year. His matches have been really solid, and he's had some really awesome spots, and he's such a good heel. And I actually got to see him in person when Dynamite came to Jacksonville, and he completely blew my mind when I saw him in person. He was so good. So he was definitely one of those that stuck out to me this year. So I'm going with him.
Very strong choice. Then you may be surprised by mine, because I was going back and forth and I kept thinking about it. I kept saying that Japanese wrestlers mirror AEW wrestlers very, very well, and I kept thinking about it over and over. I'm going with Takeshita.
Yes.
Right?
So good.
And I just think that, look, I really do think he's kind of elevated to a new level. Even storyline wise, I think it's fun that he's kind of always around. But again, I really do think Japanese wrestlers and AEW, they match each other so well. So I just thought this was a very strong year for him. So yeah, I'm going with Takeshita.
I think that's a fantastic choice. He is so good technically and so strong, and I love his. I guess that was that silent feud and tension that he had with Okada this year. So good.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. All right. So this is going to be another fun, maybe surprise. Who takes it for best feud?
Okay. All right. So I'm going with, I had two. I had Mariah and Toni as just like in my back pocket, but I was like, nah, we're going to do something. So I went with Mox and Hangman.
Yep.
Okay. All right. I feel good. Just because it was just that build up with that title. I love Mox. Do I agree with his run and what we thought was going to happen this year? No. But I still love Jon Moxley. He's an animal. But we also love Hangman and Adam Page. He is, the underdog. We want him to win. He's been pushed to win for years. So just that build up to that world title match, and so good. So I'm going with Mox and Hangman.
Yeah, 100%. And again, I think that this particular feud, especially with Hangman end up taking the title, it definitely sends a message that, look, you know what, this is going to be Hangman's run, but to get there, you have to beat the man. And that was such a good match. But yeah, I think overall that was the best feuding. It really kind of set the precedent for AEW.
Yeah.
All right. So this one's also going to be fun. This one was tough, but this is a lot of fun. Who takes it for best crowd?
Okay. I originally said London just because we love international crowds, and London and AEW go hand in hand together, and any kind of international crowd is going to be extremely feral and very appreciative of the show that they're going to get. So you always get that electric crowd. However, I switched it to Texas, specifically for All In. Just because again, I'm going to reiterate, I'm going to be very repetitive in this episode with Mox and Hangman. It was so rowdy, so loud, just because Hangman was the hometown hero in Texas. And, our Southern crowds love wrestling. So I'm going with them.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm actually agreeing with you. Again, it's funny. It's so significant how important that night was, and how, with Hangman versus Mox, it basically kind of dominated the awards, it looks like, for both of us. But yeah, that crowd was super, super hot. And actually, it made that moment so much more special because of how live they were. So, All right, that being said, maybe this isn't a surprise, but who's your best match?
Again, do we just have to say it? I think I'm going with the Texas Death Match here with Mox and Hangman. It was just something that was a build-up for months, and it really gave us exactly what we wanted as fans. We got to see the blood and the grit and the dirtiness, and Hangman earned that title. So when he got it and he was holding it, very Shawn Michaels-esque of the title, it was emotional, and you were excited, and you were like, finally. And and that's what wrestling is. It's entertainment and the build up to the end and the underdog. So it was great.
Yeah, this one I think was definitively the best match of the year. There were some great matches, don't get me wrong, but I think this match was what really defined AEW. So when I think of 2025, I'm going that, Texas Death Match between Hangman and Mox. Yeah, this was too easy. So I love this match. This was by far the best.
Yeah.
All right. So, and then that being said, what are your final thoughts? Because this was fun to go down memory lane, because 2025 was a very strong year. Yeah,
AEW, I feel like they're slowly progressing, but when they do something right. And there was a lot of little storylines where I was like, oh, this happened earlier this year, not last year. So it just shows they have some really good quality matches. Their pay-per-views, I will reiterate, damn good quality stuff. And the roster is so talented. So I am very hopeful for 2026 for them to carry on, and I'm just excited to see what they have for this year.
Yeah, no doubt. Again, this was a very special year. It's going to be interesting to see what happens in 2026, but hopefully the momentum will continue.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that actually wraps up this episode. Give us your awards for AEW 2025. Shoot us a DM at the Shoots and Ladders. Like always, please like, share, and subscribe both on YouTube and Spotify. Once again, my name is Jason.
I'm Desiree Josen.
All right, until next time, have a blessed day and a blessed week.
Merry Christmas. Have a great week. Bye, friends.
This has been Shoots and Ladders. Follow us for more content.